I want to talk to you about the parent trap. The Parent Trap is like the perfect 5-act structure. It kind of separates the acts into 5 different settings. It's almost hitting you over the head with the fact that like the settings are the acts. Like, oh, we're changing scenes. Like there's 5 big sequences in the movie. The first being the campground. Obviously the girls meet and they do all the exposition basically in one scene when they get thrown into that, that bad kid's cabin, which, by the way, big red flag there. You get sent away for an entire summer, and then they throw you in the bad kid's cabin because you played some pranks or whatever. But all the exposition is summed up in that scene. They realize that they're twins. They hatch this plot to get their parents back together, and that's all. The first act, if you will. Act 1 being at the camp. Act 2 being where the girls have switched. One spending time in London, the other spending time in Napa. They start really getting into the weeds of it with their parents. Hey, why have I never seen my dad before? Why have I never met my mom? What are they like? And just as they start to get into that, the Meredith situation happens. Oh, there's actually a bigger problem here where your parents may never get back together because your dad's going to get remarried, and so they have to shift gears. This is kind of, they're crossing the threshold of, okay, if they really want to succeed at getting their parents back together, they have to ruin the father's relationship. So that would be them, deciding, hey, we're really going for it. This is by the way, the rising action. If you remember the mountain graph from English class, it's the introduction, rising action, climax, falling action, kind of conclusion. We're learning about the parents. We're learning about Meredith. They break open to the mom. Hey, this is really what's going down. They get the mom in on the trap. And so they all go to San Francisco. So San Francisco is kind of the Act 3. Act 3, where they're going to reunite the two, and hopefully it's just all going to shake out for them. Let's forget the fact that the last time these two were together, she literally assaulted the dad with a hairdryer, and they never saw each other again. They just took their kids, and it's very problematic, but that doesn't matter right now because everything's going good. Meredith and the parents are there, and they're gonna now, like, the girls are orchestrating the whole situation. The girls are gonna orchestrate the whole situation. They got the dog involved. The mom gets blasted drunk, and Dennis Quaid falls in the pool. And so the main character kind of shifts to now it's Dennis Quaid. Is he going to go after the girl from the Inspector Gadget sequel, this woman that is his new chance at life, or is he going to go back to the woman that the mother of his children? So we enter the falling action. Meredith is obviously pissed about the fact that she was all obsessed with this woman to make her wedding dress, when in reality that was actually the Lindsay Lohan's mom, both of the moms. Dennis Quaid decides, instead of making a decision, I'm just gonna go on a camping trip with my daughters. So he packs up Meredith, he packs up the girls, and not the mom, and they go on this camping trip. And so the girls decide, okay, this is it. This is our last ditch effort to put a wedge between dad and his new girlfriend, because let's face it, if he messes this one up, you only get 1 or 2 shots at love in life. So he's just gonna crawl back to the mom, who is incredibly single. So they throw lizards at her, they make bugs attack her, and then they push her sleeping body into the lake. But surely this can't this wouldn't make the father choose the girls over. No, it does. Yeah, he chooses the girls over Meredith. So they all go back home, and he's like, yeah, no, the girls made me realize I didn't actually like my girlfriend. Like, please take me back, mother of my children. And they're all into it. It gets all wrapped up super nicely. So that's kind of, the 5 acts being Act 1, the campground, Act 2, the switch, the duel, London and Napa, respectively. Act 3 being San Francisco. Act 4 being the camping trip, and then Act 5 being recreating the night we met, the boat, the wedding, if you will. It's all kind of wrapped up at the end as in Act 5. And anyways, we should take this movie, we should cast it in gold and shoot it into space, because it's the perfect example of, the 5-act structure, the hero's journey, if you will. And I will.